Snail games have been on fire lately, and not the good type of fire. I mean, they literally have been getting cooked by everyone and their grandma on the internet. I don't know what person is in charge for marketing for Ark, but if they genuinely thought this,
all of it is mine. I control this vessel. I command its evolution.
Was going to pair well with this, then I'd lay off the narcotics.
Ark has brought you 10 years of unforgettable adventure.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
Anyways, I've had my fair share of snail slander over the years, so I think this footage speaks for itself. The real question I want to ask today is, can snail games actually make a good game? Considering they have decided to literally beat a dead horse in this scenario. This has left a lot of us to believe that Ark AI Quatica simply isn't going to live up to our expectations. Where am I going with this? Well, in a previous video, I decided to tackle some of Ark's knockoff games co-developed by Snail and some other random companies, and it basically answered my previous question. No, Snail cannot make video games. But before you click off this video to do something guaranteed to be more productive than watching this video, allow me to introduce you to a little game called Dark and Light. Dark and Light was the first game ever released by our Snail overlords, even before the official launch of Ark Survival Evolved. Here's the catch though, Snail Games acquired Wildcard in late 2015, after ASE had already entered early access. Exactly 3 years later, some of you guys may recall a game called Atlas, which blatantly lifts nearly every aspect of Ark's code and design, scrambles it, and turns it into a worse, less enjoyable experience. Pretty scummy move, don't you think? So what does this all have to do with the game we're playing today? Simply put, this game does the exact same thing, borrowing elements of Ark's source code, except it was released before Ark, essentially making it the definitive prequel to ASE. Not in terms of lore, but in terms of release date. Alright, before we test this game for ourselves to see truly how devoid of life it is, allow me to give you guys a brief backstory and a theory into why I believe Snail Games chose to make this game in the first place, and why it was abandoned years after release. And if you don't really understand who these people are that I'm talking about for some reason, I suggest watching my previous 2 videos about them, or literally any Ark video related to these guys in any way. Dark and Light was initially a startup project by a company called NP Cube, way back to even before I was born in 2002, and was released on the internet in 2006 for beta testing. Because this game is so old and forgotten, I can't actually find any footage of what it used to look like, but essentially it was almost completely different from what you're seeing now. NP Cube would later have struggles in 2007, however, due to the €710,000 lawsuit from the company VWorld, who accused them of using their terrain generation software. This was later settled and proven false, ultimately pausing the production of Dark and Light until Snail Games would later acquire the rights in 2008. What happened to this game for basically the next decade? Who knows? The biggest guess I have is that Snail wanted to buy a company like Wildcard so they could reuse every asset of theirs and claim it as their own game. But hey, what do I know? However, Dark and Light has been and will be indefinitely in early access. This is most likely due to a lack of sales and player count estimated by our corporate overlords, leading them to pull a Concord and completely ditch months of work in a mere second. I believe Snail Games have been trying to undermine Ark's success from the very beginning. Why would Snail buy out Studio Wildcard in late 2015, only to rush out this unfinished mess just over a month before Ark Survival Evolved's official launch 2 years after buying out Wildcard? And why, funny enough, has this been happening over and over and over again, with game after game releasing with the exact same survival formula of create a wacky looking dude, spawn in on a select location on the map filled with the same reused sounds and assets from Unreal Engine and ASE, and releasing it a month after anything related to Ark comes out. And I honestly think it's because Snail Games hates Wildcard. They hate the amount of control Wildcard have over their own game so much that they constantly try to mimic the success of Ark to no avail. To some, this might honestly sound like a no-brainer, and to others, that's just a theory.
A game theory.
And take everything I say with a grain of salt. That's all alleged, and I know very little about the happenings between Studio Wildcard and Snail Games. But anyways, enough yapping, on to actually playing the game. I once again started my journey just like all the others, except this time I was asked to choose one of 3 cities to start off in. Select camp. I'm gonna select this one here, the mountain city. Let's go with that. After selecting the mountain city, I was able to create my character in yet another oddly familiar character customization screen. Why is this the Bob of this game? This is the default character of the game, and his feet are too big for him. I'm gonna hit a randomize. Holy shit. I'm gonna keep going until I find someone I'm truly shocked about. I think this one's gonna do it for me. I really like the hairstyle and the mustache on this one. Oh, there we go. Dwalin. That's gonna be my name. I abruptly spawned into the world inside of a small snow village, which I'm guessing changes depending on what you choose before the character creation. Immediately, I noticed that for some reason, what I'm assuming is the guards for this town were all wearing blue pig outfits, and I have no idea why. Why they're dressed up in pig cosplayers. You can really tell by the graphics of this game they took a lot of inspiration from Ark Survival Evolved. I mean, look at those trees. Look at the foliage. The UI is not that bad. Anyways, I shortly began completing some of my tasks that it was telling me to do on screen, such as gathering berries, magic shards, and straw, which could all be harvested from bushes for some reason. And magic shards. Okay, damn, you can really just get everything in the game from these bushes. Craft Rune of Light in your inventory. Rune of Light? Is this a fairy looking thing? I'm crafting it. Oh, damn. Like a little fairy. I then tried turning down the music as it was way too loud, but realized adjusting the music slider does nothing, and the music, which always plays when you're near one of these towns, can't be turned off. I have the music volume turned down. Why am I still hearing it? Okay. Alright, I'm sorry, but you guys are gonna have to put up with this background music for the entire video. I literally cannot turn it off. First off, I would like to say that I enjoy video game quests and tutorials as much as the next guy. But my god, is the prompt on the left side of my screen demanding and has no reason to take up that much space, dude. Like, let me play the game. A few things I immediately noticed while getting used to the controls is the shockingly similar inventory system to Ark, allowing you to level engrams as well as the literal exact same weight system as Ark. Oh, this looks familiar.
Ironic.
I then got a quest requiring me to harvest stone to upgrade my melee knowledge. And something I didn't notice before that was stone, for some reason, has to be harvested from bushes. So I literally ran around for about 20 minutes before realizing that. Still don't know how I go about harvesting stone. It doesn't really explain that to you. It just says harvest it. Oh, what the f is this? Kibo. Okay. Can I ride this? Purchase. Oh, you can buy them. Okay. That's pretty cool. Collect stone. How do I get stone? I don't know how to do it. Oh, you gotta. Oh, that's honestly my bad for not trying to get stone from hitting a f***ing tree. Hello? How does that work? Afterwards, I continue to follow my quests, making tools and even a staff. Oh, shit, I'm crafting two. Okay, well, guess we got two staffs. Oh, that sounds real familiar. And now I cast. What do I do with this? Oh, does it mine? Am I mining stuff? What's going on right now? This was until I decided to go for a wander down the mountain where I had my first encounter with this game's wildlife. Oh my god, okay. What the f***? I gotta start running. That thing's fast. That's definitely a boglord if I've ever seen one. Village people, I need help. Do something. Do something, bear man. Yes, get him. Kick his ass. Oh, damn. He actually killed him. Okay. This then gave me the confidence to try and fight another one of these tree golems for myself, until I noticed that the other one was nearly 5 times the level of the first. Oh my god, they're actually really strong. Okay, I regret everything. Oh no, I'm running. I'm hungry. I'm once again asking for your financial support. Oh! Turns out this game has a really hard level scale. If something is remotely high level, then you don't expect to kill it anytime soon. One of my biggest issues with this game is one of the controls. You may notice me accidentally dodge rolling one too many times in this game, and that's because for some reason, the keybinds to dodge roll are simply activated by pressing the same key twice. Meaning, if you tap the W key literally 2 times in a short span of time, your character will barrel towards something you definitely don't want to be near. Or in my case, when I went out roaming later on, hiking for 20 minutes up one of the tallest mountains in the game, only to accidentally dodge roll off the side of a cliff because I tried pressing D 2 times in a row. Bruh. These keybinds, to my knowledge, literally cannot be turned off at all, and it was by far the most frustrating thing in this entire game for me. In every fight I was in trying to evade anything, my character would end up rolling, wasting a good chunk of stamina and causing me to die. It's like if your car indicators went off every time you slightly veered to the side. It is so annoying, and I progressively get more and more frustrated about it throughout the video. There's also this game's version of the Ichthyornis in the shape of a small owl. And let me tell you, do these guys get especially annoying when they are a high level. After respawning, I traveled back up the mountain, making sure to steer clear of the side of the cliffs, dodging past any tentacle monster or goblin that stood in my way. I wanted to make it to the top to see what these beams of light were about. However, before that, I made it into these ruins, which look like an Elden Ring boss arena, but seem to have a whole lot of nothing inside of them. My journey was cut short, however, as I was dying of starvation, and there was a buttload of spiders crossing my path, so I ended up not making it. I decided that my final goal for this game was to build a base and slay one of those tree monsters who had wronged me from before. before.
Alright, I want to build a base on a cool spot, get a good view, and that's my new goal.
So I decided to set out to look for a nice, safe place until I came across this cliffside overlooking the lands. I began constructing the foundations, but silly me, I accidentally pressed A 2 times while trying to line up one of the floors, and off the side of the mountain I went. Oh my god. I ended up completely forgetting where this cliff even was, so I proceeded to eliminate myself multiple times until just deciding to build elsewhere. What?
Okay, like,
I ended up finding another safe little cliffside to build on.
this is a much better location. Doesn't seem to be too many evil things nearby.
Or at least it was safe until this pig had something to say about it.
Oh, you can get up there. Oh, damn.
Oh!
Oh, this dodge rolling is like the worst system that's ever been implemented in a video game.
Oh, he's not stuck!
Bro, I'm stuck. This is way easier than what I was doing before.
I finally got to work harvesting resources and constructing my base bit by bit.
Something trying to attack me right now? What the f? Damn, bro, these owls coming out of nowhere.
Until it was finally completed in all its glory.
What the f is this piece of shit?
Oh, that's familiar. Crazy.
Look, it wasn't much, but it was honest work. Did it pay off? No, because the camera just clips through the ceiling, making it impossible for you to access anything inside.
I can't open the fireplace because my camera goes out of the ceiling. I just had to destroy my roof because you can't, like, when you put your camera up here, it goes above the ceiling and you can't go in first person. At least I've got a bedroll though. Oh, God. Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. Stop! Just stop!
Holy,
Dude, I can't. It's just, I move left, I roll left, I move right, I roll right. I can't control this. It is just, like, it doesn't let me place it. I try to move back 1 inch and then I dodge. Oh my God. Those are some familiar sounds. Another thing I hate is you have to accept the quest and then go through the quest to do stuff like craft a campfire and place a campfire when I've already done that. So it should just be finished for me. Like, I should just have this done. But
You
instead,
must have been enticed by the delicious food I'm preparing.
That is-
Come in.
While I was farming for materials before, I ended up crafting some extra weapons which I wanted to use as I spotted another one of those tree monsters across the river.
that's how you get hide.
What?
That is also very similar to Ark. I literally just passed out because I used too much energy.
Swimming over, I noticed some action was happening behind these rocks up ahead. And going over,
yeah, I don't know about this anymore. Oh no, they're surrounding me. Oh no, they're coming for me. We're good. Keep backing up, getting some magic shards. There's definitely not one coming towards me right now. It's definitely not an invisible cat coming towards me right now. Oh, there's another one over there. Why are there so many of these things? Oh, yep, no, they're coming for me. Oh, heavens. Craft, quick! How do I put it on? Wait, I have a spear. How do I throw it? The me's really approaching me slow. Oh, that did a lot. Hold on. Let me go in for the final blow. Yes! Yes! I don't know why they're so slow, but I did it. I gotta harvest everything I can before this one gets to me. God, they are ugly looking. So I finally decided to get my revenge once and for all. I wasn't getting off this game until I had defeated one of these damn trees. Level 40. Doable. Everything's really slow for some reason. Uh-oh. Oh, he's picking up some speed now. Yeah, definitely picking up speed. Oh, he's faster than me, I think. Get around the rock, get around the rock, get around the rock. Oh, yeah. Okay, he can't swim. Surely he can't swim. He can't swim. How much stamina does this use? He can swim! It just started to swim. Is he gonna drown? Holy shit, he might drown. Oh, heavens, I'm out of stamina. Oh, heavens. Yes! I did it! I can't believe I won that. Holy, that was intense. Oh my god. Wow, I did all that for like a little bit of wood. That was intense, man. Can I even harvest his corpse? Oh, I'm actually gonna bleed to death. Welp. If I had to review this game, I'd give it a really low score. If I were IGN reviewing this game though, it'd be a 10 out of 10. That's not to say this is a bad game in any way. I mean, hell, it was made in 2017 in the era where all survival games were buggy messes. But this game doesn't really try anything new. Again, it copies almost every aspect of Ark and tries to slap an RPG style over the top of it, and it simply just doesn't work. It feels like a survival game, but the only thing you're surviving is the amount of things the game demands you to do. I understand how this game has a small, long forgotten community though. My playthrough didn't nearly do the full game any justice, and I simply wanted to see how similar this was to Ark. And let me tell you, my theory from before is starting to feel true. This game was definitely made and marketed in a rush to absolutely no avail, and abandoned immediately after its successor ultimately did the opposite. Dark and Light is yet another failed startup project by this embarrassing company. It was their first attempt at replicating the success of Ark Survival, and it certainly wasn't the last. I have no problem with utilizing assets and features from previous games and putting them into new ones because the formula just works. But at the very least, when that does happen, it's the same studio in charge of doing so. Snow Games seem to like putting their money literally everywhere but Studio Wildcard. I know this is true because, I mean, take a look at this company's investments. Indie EV? How would a corporation called Snail Games sell you electric vehicles? The worst of them all is their new campaign called Salty TV, which is literally just softcore. Man, I'm so glad the people in charge of my favorite pastime are invested in making another episode of Pregnant by the Boss. That's just wonderful. I honestly have no clue what the future of Ark is going to look like at this point. I think Wildcard is doing a great job with ASA for the most part, so as long as there aren't any AI trailers in that game, I'll keep playing. But one thing I do know for sure is that if you see a game on Steam or anywhere that is published by this company, don't buy it, because you're actively contributing to downright the laziest form of game development the world has ever seen. I will be trying to get another refund once this video is out.